Hey, YouTubers. Welcome back. Okay, this is going to be for Gemini for February 2018. Always check your moon, rising, and even your Venus sign to take with you any additional messages that may be, in those readings. I always tell you guys to take with you what you understand, as, I am a different type of reader, so I read it in a sense that it tells a story. So there could be part of the storyline that resonates with you and the other part may not. Take with you what you understand, because it could just be someone else's, part of their story that's resonating with them. I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently. I'm going to state the signs that come out in the reading, okay? I'm not going to continuously refer to the signs, because the storyline could be resonating and the signs might not be linked, or you may just not know the other person's rising or their Venus. So I'm going to state the signs, and then that's it. I'm just going to carry on with the storyline, and then you take with you what you understand, okay? I will close out with some Romance Angel cards to, just give additional guidance for, the reading. So let's get to it. So let's see what's going on here with Gemini for February 2018. I am going to do a sort here, but the card that just came out is the Five of Clubs, and it's in the upside down. So Gemini, there's some sort of action that needs to be taken, but it looks like we're at a little bit of a standstill right now, okay? We're going to find out why. So let's see what's going on here. If you want to scroll through a bit, you may do so while I do this and get the story going here. One more time. Okay. So Gemini, let's see what's going on here for February 2018 for the sign of Gemini. There you are, Gemini. So we are right on point. This is also, needing to take a leap of faith here. But this is whenever the Joker comes out in the cartomancy, this is referred to as the sign of Gemini. So always connected, right? So let's see what's going on here. Having feelings for someone, but needing to take a leap of faith by following your feelings here. So let's see what's going on here. I have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, the Five of Clubs came out in the upside down. Underneath this Seven of Spades, which indicates a lack of progression and a step back. Why? Because you're needing to take some sort of action here. Action towards what? Loving messages. There's some sort of delay here in messages coming through. And it could be due to the fact that, Gemini, you're connecting with either fire or air, okay? But it appears here that, there's some sort of communication that needs to happen here, but if you're dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it's showing here that they're definitely wanting to have this connection with you, but due to some past circumstances and situations, which could be both of you actually could be dealing with an ex-water sign that, could have hurt you in the past. And it's causing a need to break down, the mind thought pattern, not take action towards this person because of fear. Because what it's showing here is that, there could be some negative emotions attached to some unfortunate events here from the past, which is causing the delay in the connection here with either, it could be air, it could be fire, or it could be water. But I'm picking up heavy heavy fire in connection to you. The feelings are mutual. There's definitely an emotional connection here. And it's showing me a rebirth, meaning, you know, there's some sort of leap of faith that needs to be taken here. Because if you're dealing with a fire sign and or an air sign, there could have been a third party in the past, an ex, it could be your ex, it could be their ex, it could just be somebody that caused some negative feelings. And now relationship with this person is almost in a sense like you could have met this person, you know, as of late. And it's not that the feelings aren't there, it's that the action in expressing our feelings needs to be taken. But it's showing me that due to past, you know, deception, it's causing fear. Could also be dealing with a same sex. You know, it doesn't matter whether this is same sex or opposite sex, it really doesn't. But it's showing here that this could be a same sex type of relationship here. And there could have been some sort of betrayals in the past based off of another person, you know, just kind of shutting off towards the other person. And now there's this connection, and it's felt by both, Gemini, you and this other person, but don't allow the past to dictate your present and move, you know, and cause a delay in your future progression here with this person, because what it's showing me is that you met this person and there's a need here for verbal communication, but there's a lack of progression and a step back with the action being taken because somebody is afraid to communicate their feelings based off of an older energy, but it's just a mind thought pattern. It's like, stop thinking that this person is going to hurt you, or this person needs to stop thinking that you're going to hurt them, because this energy exchange is based off of an insecurity, but you both feel the same way. You both want the same thing. You both want this relationship, but negative emotions and unfortunate events from the past are what's blocking. There's a new beginning here with this person, but there's a need here for communication. But what it's showing me here is that there's fear of expressing your feelings, or this other person's afraid of expressing their feelings, but someone needs to take action here because it looks as if there's kind of like just like a freeze. Listen, this fell out on top of Cupid, the bringer of loving messages. This indicates a wish fulfillment, wishing to express ourselves, but needing to use our common sense and our good judgment here. Not focusing on the negativity, but focusing on what do you wish, fulfilling your wish. But the lack of progression is due to the standstill. Neither is taking action, but I'm picking up here that it's not that the feelings or the connection isn't there. It's based off of the past. It's based off of things that could have happened in the past with another person. And it's showing here that there's a need for communication. It could be, you know, somebody needs to verbally communicate. Either way, what it's showing me is that whether you reach out first or they reach out first, the communication is accepted. It's not, somebody needs to just face the fear, because then it's like, it's in a sense, yeah, look, Gemini, this is you also, but it could also be Libra Aquarius. That is validating that if you take this leap of faith, the connection, you're going to get the response that you want. But the fear is blocking it from happening. Listen, if you're dealing with fire or air, okay, opposite of you, you're going to get this victory. But you need to use your common sense. What do I mean by common sense? Meaning, stop thinking about the negativity so much and use your common sense about it. You met this person, there's a connection, but you're both holding on to past hurts. So you're afraid to open up, they're afraid to open up. But the connection's there. It's not like you denied that person or they denied you. It's kind of just frozen. Why is it frozen? Because you're both freezing yourselves in fear of rejection. If you take this leap of faith, what it's showing me here is that you're going to get the response that you desire because you're going to put the other person at ease. Let's see what else comes out here for Gemini. Stability. You know, movement. Like moving. There's a need here for movement. But, you know, you both could be moving. You could be moving to a new home. They could be moving, you know, or there's a need for movement here, but afraid of not having the stability. It's showing me that there will be stability and to not worry about materialism or the mundane, but focusing on your feelings because your feelings are what matters. Yeah, listen, you got worry and anxiety. It's like I have worry and anxiety of what I wish, but here's the thing, is that you wished and you got your wish. It's like showing me here that, you know, Gemini, you know, there's Geminis out here who have met someone, but you're allowing past, it's like you're focusing on the old, you're focusing on an ex-partner that, you know, could have hurt you, and you are almost in a sense like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy if neither one of you are facing your fear because of this worry and this anxiety. Yeah, because of third parties. Worrying about, you know, this could be coming from, you know, a past, like your past or their past where there was a third party that was involved in the situation, and it caused now this sense of fear and deception happening again, which is what it's, yeah, listen, hurt feelings, slighted, snubbed, not feeling good enough, unrequited. We know that unrequited love is nothing more than lack of love of self, but if you're following what you want, you're going to get what you want. You know, there's only one heart here in the upright. Why is that? Because there isn't a third party involvement. You're fearing that, which is causing this, which is a block. That's why you're not taking action. That's why this, you know, came out like this. You know, this fell out on top of the action and change of social thinking. But the reason why you're not taking the action of the leap of faith here is because of the fear of this being unrequited. What I'm picking up is that you met, it's not unrequited. It's your mind thought pattern that needs to be, you know, rewired, so to speak. Like, stop thinking the worst. There wasn't even anything I'm picking up between the two of you that is causing that feeling to not go. It's like you feel it, you know it, it's confirmed. The mind thought pattern is causing the worry and the anxiety, but once one reaches out to the other, you're good. So let's see what else. What other messages need? Yeah, listen, end it, over. Out with the old, in with the new. Moving to a new, listen, reestablishing yourself. Past, over, done with. No return to the past. The past is done. You can't repeat the past only unless you allow your mind thought pattern to live there. It's like that self-fulfilling prophecy, like I'm focusing on what happened to me before that's causing my fear to be lived in right now. That's the truth. But you're being guided here to take this leap of faith. You started a romance of the soul. You met a soulmate. You met someone. Why is it in the upside down? Because you got to let go of the past. But I'm picking up it's both of you. But I'm not picking up a third party. No. Healing, steady improvements, happy surprises, and a second chance. Meaning, things that come in twos. You didn't start this yet. It's only connected. But now in 3D, it's like there's no correspondence. It's like at a standstill, feels frozen. You got to heal the mind thought pattern. Once you do, boom, happy surprise. You need to gain your ambition here. Gaining your ambition in order to achieve this success and complete this karmic energy. Because if you are in fact dealing with a fire sign, you were guided to this person. They may be at a bit of a distance, and or there just could be distance between the two of you based off of the fact that you're not communicating, which is what is causing your lack of focus, because you want to communicate, but you're not pushing things. Why? You're not pushing. It's like, I want this, but I'm not pushing for it. And this could be vice versa. Remember, if you're cross-watching and you're a fire sign or an air sign, could even be water, and you're cross-watching for a Gemini that you just met, and this communication is bleak, it's because neither's pushing, but you both want the same thing. That's what's causing the lack of communication. But it shows here that you are, in fact, soulmates. But what you're causing yourself here is to feel stuck in a daily routine based off of the fact that this separation here is causing pain to surface. Stuck in a daily routine because you're fearful of taking the leap of faith, because it's like it could happen again, what happened before, but it's a completely different person. So it's like, don't allow your past experience to recycle itself into another person, because you're causing that reflection. It's like, take the leap of faith and trust in the positivity and take the lessons you learned from the past and use them for the betterment of your connection. Knowing that this happened the last time and I kind of cut communication, or, my fear of rejection caused me to get rejected the last time, or vice versa. I'm not afraid to be rejected anymore. I'm going to follow my true feelings. I'm going to communicate with this person. That's where the happy surprise lies, by taking the leap of faith. But if you keep allowing the old way of thinking, which is insecurity, unworthiness, not feeling good enough, it's going to repeat itself. But if you allow yourself to communicate here, you're wiping the slate clean and you're getting a fresh new beginning with this person. And this indicates there is a need here to verbally communicate in order to lay on a solid foundation. But if you're dealing with a home environment situation, and you could in fact be dealing with a water sign that you needed to make a decision about, and or, you're needing to move forward away from this person, or there's a home environment situation, there's a choice that needs to be made. Are you choosing for you, or are you choosing fear? Because this, like I said before, I feel like Gemini has met either another air sign or fire sign, but there's a water sign that could be connected to both of you or one of you, but it's past, not present, but a decision needs to be made, moving to a new home. You may need to make a choice to separate from this water sign, or this is the water sign that could have hurt, or the person you're dealing with is dealing with. And this needs to happen here. Like, if you want this new beginning and want to build on a solid, then this needs to end, whether this be a divorce or whether this be, just someone that you could be residing with or they could be residing with. But there's a choice here that needs to be made in order to separate. And as you take those steps forward, you come into reconciliation then. So I was guided to stop there. But the thing is that there's a new beginning here, but you have to follow your instincts on your feelings, not focus on your past. I feel like, with a lot of Geminis, it's like wishing, hoping, and praying, for this to work out. But then the old energy is, I don't want my past to repeat. Well, your past can't repeat only unless you are feeling some sort of way inside of your own self that is causing a level of insecurity to rise. Because then you are allowing the past to repeat itself, because you're not in unconditional love of self, where you're not putting a condition on how you communicate with this person. You just know, let's be real here. Like, Gemini, you're ruled by Mercury, communicators. But guarded, your feelings are always guarded. it's hard for air signs to communicate how their feelings, but they feel deep. They just think about them a lot. But then you think yourself into this like negative mindset because you're afraid to express your own feelings. Well, that's where I'm being shown there's a leap of faith. Speak your feelings. Blow your own mind. You know what I mean? It's like you're getting rewarded for breaking out of that shell because you're not being afraid anymore. You're like, you know what? Screw this. I am going to express myself to this person regardless of what they say back to me. Watch and see what happens. I'm serious. Okay? Now, excuse my reach here. I need to get these cards. Okay. I just feel like my face was just all over the screen. I'm so sorry. Okay. So, let's get some additional guidance here, Gemini. Okay? Yeah, you've been through the ringer. I get it. Hi, I know all about it. The thing is that you met someone. Or you are reestablishing with the person from before. But someone needs to take a leap of faith here. What are you afraid of? If you're afraid of rejection, listen, this is the advice I'm going to give you prior to going into this. If you're afraid and you reach out to this person, needing the validation in order to feel good, you're going to get rejected. Why? Because another person is not responsible for how you feel. They're not. They're not. They cannot validate your self-worth. You just know you're worthy. Then they can only reflect that back to you. But if you need the other person to say something, do something, or be something in order for you to feel good, you're going to get the exact opposite. Because the test of time is, can you really understand that your worthiness is not contingent on another person's beliefs or on another person, point blank, period? Because they're not responsible for how you feel. That's the whole part of the spiritual, awakening process, so to speak, and that's what I'm like a spiritual advisor, life coaching, like that's what I help people to understand about themselves. It's like, stop looking to other people to tell you anything about yourself because they're only going to reflect back to you your insecurities. And every single time you get triggered by a negative feeling, know that feeling is inside of you first, and they're just hitting it. They're hitting that, like, what do they call it? The emotional hot button. They hit that button, and it's like, why? Are you going to blame the other person? Or are you going to blame the feeling? And then who are you going to blame for holding the feeling? You. But you got to distance yourself from anyone who hits those buttons and go within it and realize they're not in control of my feelings. They're not in control of my life. I am. And then you can just dirt off your shoulders. But this person, the insecurities are the same. Feelings, same. Insecurities, same. So take that and understand that by taking that leap of faith and testing your own self by being able to talk about your feelings, watch how it is accepted by the other person. Because they are, in fact, wanting to do the same, but your cold demeanor, I'm sorry, Gemini, but your cold demeanor, yes, don't say that you're not. On the surface, yes, you are, because you're afraid of talking about your feelings because you think about them more or less, way more than you talk about them ever. And this other person wants to know that cold demeanor isn't real. They want to know, like I'm afraid to say, because they're not going to reciprocate it because of the cold demeanor. But if you just soften up a little bit and just kind of like reach out, not expecting anything back, but just like, I really want to tell this person that I like them. I really want to tell this person that I enjoy their company or whatever. You will see the other person be able to reflect back to you a positive response because now they know that you're not just like this, like you're not just cold as ice, okay? Yeah. So, because I pick up the other person is very loving and caring, and they're like more emotional than you are, but they're afraid to reach out or even say anything because they're afraid that they're just going to get back a negative response, or that it's not going to be reciprocated because you're both fearing the rejection part of it. But there's no need for you to fear any sort of rejection, especially with this connection. And at the bottom of the deck, we got love yourself first. What was I just saying? Your self-respect. No other person can validate the way that you feel. So if you want to tell this person that you feel this connection with them and how you feel towards them, or how they made you feel, maybe not so much make it about them, but make it about you. You know what I mean? By loving yourself, like, first, say, you know, I felt really good, you know, with our conversations we had, or sorry that I kind of got a little cold. It's my own insecurities. You know, I'm afraid. Watch and see what the other person says back. They're going to say the same thing because it's a reflection. You didn't meet this person by coincidence or by chance. You met them because you were meant to meet them. And now you're both helping each other, so to speak, open up and stop being afraid of that rejection. Okay, your past relationships and all of that do not define this one. Okay? So let's get you, I told you, you met a new person. They stirred your romantic feelings. You could feel that you've known this person your whole life. You could have shared a past connection with them, but you could be allowing your past to block this new past. Either way, this is exactly what I've been talking about. Do not allow your past relationships to define your new connection. Take the lessons with you. What did you learn? I learned to be more open. I learned to not be afraid of my own feelings. I learned that the other person isn't responsible for my feelings, but they're reflecting them. It felt good in the presence of this person. It felt good in the connection. Stay there. Get out of here, chatterbox. And I know it's hard, but this thing up here will just talk you out of it and tell you that they're not interested. Nope, they haven't reached out to me. I'm not reaching out to them. Isn't that kind of like what you've been doing? So take the leap of faith by your own feelings. But again, you cannot express this enough. If you're reaching out to this person because you need validation, you're not going to get it. They won't be able to do it for you. Wrong way. Not the right connection. You actually weren't even looking for validation from this person when you first connected with them. It was just like free flowing, right? So what's the hold up with the free flow? Oh, insecurity starts to surface. They can't really like me. Why can't they? Weren't they talking to you in the beginning? Why aren't they talking to you now? Or why are you not talking to them? You know, everybody's circumstances and situations are different. I'm just saying feeling-wise, energetically speaking here, what is it? Fear. Fear of what? Rejection. They didn't reject you. They never rejected you and you never rejected them. You both just got nervous. That's good. Now face that fear and communicate. That's the key. That's the key to unlocking this connection for real. Because you both want the same thing. I picked that up heavily. There isn't any, you both want the same thing. All right, I'm done. Gemini. We're done here. I told you, this is just for fun, entertainment purposes. I know what I'm talking about. At the bottom of the deck, you need to remain optimistic. It is safe. Love yourself first, as I indicated earlier, and clearly decide what it is that you want. What do you want? Are you going to make the effort? Are you going to do it? Now take that leap of faith. Find your optimism. Find your safety first. Where do you find safety and love? Yourself. Make that decision for you. You're not making this decision for the other person. I have to be clear about that. Okay? You don't need the other person in order to feel good. You got to feel good first. But when you met him, you were feeling good. But you both share a lot of similarities in your past circumstances and situations. But now you link together and you were talking about it, but then it's like, whoa, this is scary. No way. I'm not doing this again. but I feel like it was easy for you to open up to each other. Something's stirring there. Maybe you've done this before. Maybe you know them from a past life. Maybe they just seem very familiar to you, and that's what scares you. But then the other way that this can be read is that don't allow past karmic partnerships remain on this new path. Make the effort. Push through. Because there could be money, stability, remember, moving to new homes. There could be a bit of distance here. But you need to pay attention to the signs that you're being given, which are what? To not allow materialism and or just the mundane hold this connection apart, but push past that, because yes, this is your soulmate, but you have to release and heal from the past in order to express yourself, because you attracted and called this person into your life. You attracted and called this person into your life. But in order to express yourself properly, you have to let go of your past and not allow worries over this, worries over any sort of distance block you. Those are your red flags. This does not matter. Energy goes. No, what is it? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my words. Energy goes where attention flows. Something like that. But why? What do you need to follow your own red flags, because you're causing a delay here. You're causing a delay. And what it's showing me is that find your optimism, understanding the safety. Where do you find it? Like I said, by loving yourself first. And then make a clear-cut decision. But you're doing it for you. You're not doing it because you need the other person to validate you. You're doing it for you. Then you're going to take that step, blow your own freaking mind. I told you. By following and taking that leap of faith, you're going to get the victory. Because I'm not picking up that there was anything wrong in the connection. You both just kind of got cold feet. Don't allow it to freeze you in place here and not follow what it is that you desire. That's the test. You're being tested. You wanted it? You got it. What are you afraid of? At this point in time, you shouldn't be afraid of anything. You should be 150% so sure of your own worth that there isn't any other response this person could give you other than, yeah, I'm all about you. Because you're all about them. It's the same. Come on, Gemini. Pick up the pace. Get out of here. Ask yourself, how do you feel towards this person? Did they give you any sort of indication that they weren't interested? Only unless they flat out said, I don't want you. Nothing happened. So what's the holdup? If you're holding on to the past, you got to ask yourself why. And what is it that you have not yet learned at this point in time? Because it's showing me here that the month of February is all about making those efforts so that you can build a solid foundation. But you have to find it within yourself first and then take that leap of faith. And your efforts will, in fact, be rewarded. Okay? So, Gemini, that is February 2018. If you need me, drop box below. I believe there should be like some sort of something on the screen here, like an iCard. You can click there. It'll take you right there. Make sure that you email me, confirm everything with me, and, you know, then your services will be delivered. I have a series of videos coming up on the Patreon. I mean, shit's getting crazy. Okay, guys? I mean, just freaking wait, okay? But I just wanted to, you know, start getting these up for February because, you know, my list has been a bit on delay, but never holding me down, right? I don't think so. Who the hell thinks they can hold a Gemini down? That's crazy all in itself. All right, guys, you know that I love you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.